Good morning. Time for you. Couple more minutes. There we go. Now you could say hello. Hey, Gary. Oh, I'm dark today, and I know why. Well, that looks a lot better. A little bit. Yep. Not too much, though. Focus. Wrong way. There we go. Hey, BB. Adam, how are you? Angel, Anita. Happy Tuesday. Your camera's not on. Uh,
Does everything go out today, Matt?
Let me confirm.
Yeah.
I got my text.
You got your text?
Did.
Good. That's pretty funny. This.
See, now it actually looks like the market's catching a bid, Roger.
Yeah, it is. It is. This is so funny, Matt. You got to see this. This thing took my chat and all that and put it on the side here. And now I can't see anything. Let me just redo this.
Okay, you're showing us TC2000 right now.
Yeah, I know, but I can't. Everything. I got to move this thing like this. Here we go.
Look at that. That's awesome, man.
What? What's awesome?
Roger, I wanted to thank you for the COP trade. Made $3,000 overnight.
Oh, that's so good. Good, Mark. Good. Hey guys, sorry. I was just I was getting my monitor was going sideways on me. Kevin says, since you never picked up on my two posts yesterday, here's again, suggest you both move screens of you two guys from the side to the top so chart screen is larger. You did recently at my request. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about.
I do. Give me 1 second.
You'll figure it out. Hey, Chris, how are you? Yeah, that's great. 3K overnight. That's good. I like that. That makes me happy. That makes me actually very happy.
Okay. Keep me updated if that changed, Kevin.
All right. Anybody else making any money? I want to show you guys something interesting. And for all of you who said, well, Roger, we didn't think the market was going to go down anymore. We didn't think it was going to go down. We thought that was it yesterday. Let me just.
Hey, Ken.
So,
Ken,
remember.
Ken got a Linux. Of course he did. That's funny.
On my new computer. Good. So, remember the stock EBIX I gave you? How much did it pay off, Bruno? Give me numbers. Give me percentages. So did I tell you don't ever think overbought or oversold with individual stocks, because the market will you can actually drag the picture off the screen. I don't know.
Yeah, I unlocked it.
Oh, okay. So let me remember the stock. We talked about it here. dropped about 20%. Yeah, if you guys have made money from any of the trades I've given you, let me know. Let me know. Hey, Cyrus. Hey, Ken. Oh, I'm not. Am I sharing my screen, Matt?
You're sharing TC 2000.
I am.
Yes.
Oh, I should be sharing my live screen. Hold on.
Correct.
Let me stop sharing. This is what. Let me go and reshare. Sharing is caring, right?
What I hear.
Okay. You guys should be able to see my screen, right? Matt, can you tell me if what you're seeing on my screen? Do you see my screen?
We see EBIX.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah. So you guys see that. But I want to just really quickly show you something interesting. These are my shorts from yesterday. These are the shorts that I gave you yesterday. Did it really rally up since yesterday? It's down again today. How about Triple M? Let's see. It's down another $1.17. How about PFG? Let's take a look at PFG. It's down another 2.5%. How about EVRG? Up, it's up a little bit. Now let's continue. CPB, Campbell Soup, pretty flat. Pretty flat. How about Southern Energy? Southern Company, sorry. Lower than it was yesterday. I think you guys are getting the point that I'm making here. Don't think, hey, look at that, Michael. Go ahead and repost that, man. That's great. Don't stop thinking it's too cheap, it's too expensive. It's not. It is what it is, okay? It is exactly what it is. Okay. A price of a stock is exactly where it's supposed to be at that moment in time. So don't think the way you guys do, because it's going to screw you. It's going to screw up your market timing completely. I see a lot of beginners doing that. But Roger, it can't go below 60. It just can't. It can't. It's so cheap. Arturo V breaking down. Actually, Visa, as I mentioned before, people are holding out on me. Look at that. Look at Scott, Matt. Visa right now looks like it's hugging the 200-day moving average. Doesn't really look like anything right now. Looks like it's just kind of sitting here and waiting. It actually doesn't have such bad relative strength from the market. But let's begin. So why is the market doing what it's doing right now? And I don't know how many of you saw my Telegram today, but I've been giving you guys some really good tidbits in there. Well, let me show you real quick here. So we had the JOLTS report today. That's the job openings. Now, if the economy is doing bad, then employers are not hiring. If the economy is doing well, then you have more job openings. It doesn't take an Einstein to figure this out. You don't need to be Charles Calomiris, my old partner, or Kevin Hassett. You don't need to be run the country to know this. This is pretty straightforward. Okay, very, very straightforward. I don't know where we're heading, Cyrus. I'm just dealing with where we are right now. But I will go through the charts and I'll let you know what the charts are saying. We are having that rally. And I posted something for you guys, by the way. I said in Telegram, and I hope you guys are following Telegram. I gave you the weakest stocks, and I gave you stocks that should go up if the market rallies. Let's revisit them. If the market continues rallies, let's revisit those stocks. I gave you 4 stocks to the long side, and I gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repost that too, Matt. Thank you. So we'll revisit that, but I want to go through. So this is so why did the market tank if the economy is doing good? That's the big question. Because very, very simple answer. It means Fed has more staying power to raise rates or keep them longer than we expected. Yes, good news is bad news. We're in an inflationary environment. It's totally different. Fed can say, hey, our economy's not doing bad. We're not doing bad at all. We can continue doing what we're doing. I don't have to record them. They're recorded on my Telegram, and I have a timestamp. And you should too, Dom. Yeah, you should. You should. It's got a timestamp. We can't lie. And I don't. And you see, there's nothing really there that I've edited or anything. It gives you a timestamp. Can't cheat a timestamp Telegram. I don't own the service yet. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the market and where we are, where we're heading, what we're doing, and all the other good stuff. The market did not like today's news. Matter of fact, the bond market said, no, 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 we thought Feds were going to start lowering rates again, and they're not. And I told you this in the morning video today. The reason you're seeing this is because the bond market was not markets are not that efficient if the bond market can't price this in. Remember about a year ago, 8 months ago, 6 months ago, 4 months ago, I was saying this is going to get interesting because the Fed believes that we have more rate hikes and the bond market is predicting a rate drop. Adam says GSA losing ground, Telegram. Yeah, we'll go through them, Adam. We'll go through them. Oh, gotcha. So yeah. We'll go through them. I'm not like afraid. I mean, look, once you start posting like trades for like 300 people, you stop. That nervousness goes away very, very quickly. If you guys want to get over your fear of trading, try posting your trades live for 300 people. It goes away very, very fast. Top of the page and would write down everything you say so I can go back and review it. Good, Sandy. Good. Don't write all the incriminating things.
Yeah.
Nothing incriminating. Just kidding. And nothing bad about Clyde. He reads those things, believe it or not. He watches the replay. He blows up the shit effect. Yeah, Bob. Yeah. So the bond market is not expecting this. Therefore, he is very sweet. That's why consumer staples have been taking it under the chin. Financials have been taking it under the chin. And home builders have been taking it under the chin. And utilities have been taking it under the chin. Look at you, Dickens. That's good. That's very, very good. I like that. That's good. Good. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the micro view and why I gave you and what I gave you and how I gave it to you earlier today. And then I'll get into the analysis. So you guys understand the job openings. That's the critical part right here. Speaking of the stock market, I know you guys do watch my morning video. I know you guys watched that morning video. Clyde's not hiding. He was on, wasn't he on the Telegram channel just a few days ago? He was on there, Cyrus. He was laying on his back next to me, and then he kept sitting up and then going back, sitting up and going back. I wish I had a video camera to tape it.
In the backs.
Great. Okay. So, Matt, you deal with all that stuff, the charts and all that. So you see we're in this channel on the SPY right here, and we're right at the lower end, and you will notice Murphy's Law always has it. We're right at the 200-day. We haven't broken the 200-day yet on the SPY, and there's a good chance that we won't break the 200 on the SPY. We may just bottom out here and start coming up, but right now it don't look good. It does not look good. To affirm this thesis that we have, look at me, I sound like a professor. Thesis, this theory that I have. You could see that the Dow Jones, September 20th, yeah, about 5 days ago. You could see right here that the Dow is approaching very near-term, strong resistance level. Oh, good, my New York down. Look at that, Matt. We got more goodies there. Post that too. That's good. So you see this line right here is a very, very important line. And I don't think we're going to break it. Yeah, you're right, BB. You're right. And I don't think we're going to break it that quickly. So I think there's a lot of support at this level till we get to the bottom. QQQ, on the other hand, because of the communication sector. By the way, for anybody who's in the weekly program, we did a call spread instead of a put spread. Meta went down today, really good for our position in the weekly option program. So if you look at the QQQ, you will see a slightly different picture. You will see that we're right at that first area of resistance. To me, I'll tell you my odds. I'll just go back to the SPY. Here's what I think is going to happen. Here's my personal opinion. And I'm speculating right now. This is like me talking about who's going to win the next football game, okay? So we got to focus on what's happening right now, not what could happen. But, oh, wow, it just started raining here.
Pretty hard.
There you go, Kevin. Yeah, ooh, look at that. I think we're going to bounce. We're going to hit this 200-day line. We're going to shake out a bunch of shorts. And then I think we're going to come back up. So I think this is going to be a shakeout because, again, I don't think what we're hearing right now is really all that bad. I think it just says what we've been talking about for a long time, that the Fed is going to keep rates inflated for a longer period of time. I'm good, Art. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Let's just quickly see something here. Okay, so we got to be very, very cautious right now. This is not happiness. Also, today we had some really, let me go to the daily intraday chart. If you look at the intraday chart, see these lines that we have, these bars that we have? Notice we haven't seen anything green in that direction. These are real strong bars. These are funds selling. And so far, we haven't had even one pullback, not even one pullback. The first thing I would want to see, is, I'm not going to do that. Let me just go to the 8-day EMA. Yeah, that crystal ball, it's made in China. That's all I'm going to say. Here's the exponential, and we'll use an 8-day exponential. So we're above the 8-day EMA. You could use this as a pullback on the way down. If we break the 8-day EMA, we'll probably come back down. And again, keep an eye during the day. Art, we talked about it for like 5-10 minutes because of the JOLT survey, because the JOLT's showing that job market is very resilient, and that means that interest rates could be higher for a longer period of time. If we do turn around, I'm going to tell you right now that healthcare stocks are going to be bolting higher because they are so far the strongest. There's a big if there. Yeah, healthcare. Two strongest stocks right now are healthcare stocks. A lot of healthcare stocks want to go up right now, but I'll save that for a little bit later. Like watching the scanner is like watching a movie in real time. Ken says TC2000 allows you to make things like 200 stay on daily closes when changing time frames. All that stuff. You can even make a stacked moving average where you have all three, and unless they all three align, the color changes. You could do all that stuff. But again, I want to use it for the most useful things, not to confuse you guys. So not happy about the SPY right now. Are seeing a reversal. Till I see green bars like this, these kind of green bars, I don't think... Yeah, Robert, I'll go through it right now, actually. So you see this is a chart of the SPY for the last 5 minutes, right? Okay, it's going down, right? Notice as you're watching this, see how there's green, green, green? And if you're trading off of this, if you see green, it may screw you up. So now watch the same chart. I'm going to make it on Ashkenazi. Not Ashkenazi. Haikenazi, not Ashkenazi. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Oh, God, I'm losing my mind. Notice how I'm really losing my mind. Notice notice how it's all red. It's just a moving average of the candlesticks, so that if the trend is moving in one direction, it won't the color of the candlesticks won't change. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. So if right now we're having a trend up, right? Well, let's look at the regular chart. See, you have a red arrow and then two green ones. And then let's look at the, I can't believe I said that. I'm Jewish. I could say that all day long, but still, I mean, you see all green, all green, all green. So it just smooths out what you're seeing and makes a moving average. So if we're seeing if we're using candlesticks and we're seeing a trend, we may stay in it longer or we may get in it a little bit earlier because we're seeing a trend like this. That's all it is. That's all it is. Now I could speak 10 hours about it, but and you would learn absolutely nothing, or I could talk and just leave it at that and that would be enough. But it just smooths out the candlesticks. That's all it is. That's all it is. So if you're in a trade and you switch it over to, and every charting program has it, by the way, as you could see, I mean, free bar chart has it. I'm just switching from Heikin-Ashi to candlestick. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, so it just gives you a little better visual feel for trend continuations. Really, that's all it is, and it's very cool. It's very complimentary. I talked to somebody last week. They're like, "Hey, you do a lot of candlesticks. How come you don't do the Heikin-Ashi?" I'm like, you know what? Why don't I do that? I was like, wow, I'm an idiot. And I thought about it. I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. So I send you guys an email today, an alert explaining how we're going to start using them more and more and more in the pattern trader, code breaker, and because they're candlesticks and candlestick programs deserve candlestick charts. I'm not really going really crazy here. I'm just adding another candlestick. That's all I'm doing. Just trying to help you guys out. Yeah, because it smooths it out. It uses the yesterday's price for one of the bars. It still uses the high and low from today, but it uses the open and the close from the previous day. And as Cyrus says, it's very good for day trading. And it's also very good for swing trading because it tells you if a trend is continuing or not. So this is a regular chart. Let's look at Heikin-Ashi. See, all red, except for this little bar right here, this little stinker right there. All red. I set up my Heikin-Ashi just before you sent the alert out today. Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go. But again, it's nothing crazy. It's just a different type of chart. Think of it as a moving average for candlesticks. That's the best way I could ever explain it to you. So the market right now, the market, as we're sitting here right now, the market looks like it wants to go back down. It doesn't really want to. There's absolutely no conviction in this market to the upside at all. I would be lying to you if I told you that it did. If the market turns south, I'm going to give you guys, and you guys are going to write this down. I'm going to give you a list of the weakest stocks right now. Okay. I'm actually going to post them here for you. And we'll compare them to an hour ago in a minute, and then we'll do our trades. MKC, PFG, BXP, low. Oh, and by the way, did anybody make money on Goldman Sachs when I gave it to you on Telegram yesterday, today, day before? It only moved from 326 to 308 during that time. And that's time stamped on the Telegram channel. Just out of curiosity. Nobody's mentioned anything about it. It was on the Telegram channel. It was time stamped. And then again, ba-boom. Nobody takes me on my trades, Matt. Maybe I should stop posting them. No? So if the market turns down, these are your weakest relative strength stocks. Well, Art, you missed it. It was there. And then I posted it again. Jan, how well did you do on Goldman Sachs? Tell me. Talk to me. Spill the beans. And by the way, it just started breaking down. Was a little late text. Really? I texted to you when it was right here at 328. It's at 308 right now. How could it have been late? Yes, power, PWR. Yes. How could it be late? Bob, I gave you 2 alerts 2 days in a row. Look at that. You better put all that in there, the cost, all that. No, not today, Bob. It wasn't today. It was 2 days ago. All right, Brett. All right. See, people are holding, Matt, people like to hold out on me. I don't hold out on you guys. Okay. So let's see how the stocks that I gave you an hour ago are doing relative strength wise, and if they're the same. Okay, let's see. We'll do both the upside and the downside, and then we'll look at our picks. So to the upside, I gave you Walmart. I really like Walmart right now. And if you look at Walmart, starting to move up. If you look at it over the last 5 days, market's going down, Walmart's holding on. It's Art, just use bar chart. It's free. The next one I gave you was Intel. No, Bob. I said take a look at Goldman. Bob, scroll up a few days, please. You're missing some goodies. Scroll up. Scroll up. Will somebody tell Bob that I said Goldman Sachs is breaking down? And then I gave another affirmative thing on Goldman Sachs. And then today I said, if you took that trade, I did. Take a look, Bob. Just take a look. You'll see it for yourself. Look at Intel. It's moving up. Relative strength is moving down. Intel is right about to hit the 200-day moving average. If Intel, it was posted. Roger's correct. Yeah. If we move the 200-day moving average, 36, ba-boom. On an intraday basis, look at Intel and look at relative strength. If you think the market's going to go higher today, Intel is not a bad trade. I did, Gary. I did 3 times. I said it 3 times on the Telegram channel. Yes, Ken said October 2nd. No. Okay, I'm gonna just show it to you guys. People don't follow along with what I say. I'm gonna just show it to you. I'm not gonna see here. Then we can go through this. Here, one second. You guys are looking at the wrong thing. Okay, October 2nd. Today's the 3rd. That's why I'm confused. My clock, I messed up my clock. I didn't move my clock. Yes. Yesterday at 10:29. Overall, very choppy price action. Consumer staples are weak. Shorting right here. Goldman Sachs breaking down 10:42. And then I mentioned it again, and then I mentioned it again today. I did say it. Sorry, my watch time is wrong. So if the market turns around right now and rallies, that's a big if, Intel is going to go up, and it's going to go up pretty well. Yeah, yesterday before 11 a.m., Bob. Then I gave you today. Oh, I love the stock. Matt, hold me back. I've been telling Matt that I want to buy the stock like there's no tomorrow. And it's looking really good. Look, let me show you on a daily how well it looks. It looks like it's breaking out of this range right here. Look at relative strength. Falling, rising. On a 1-month basis, falling, rising. I'm getting excited. Matt, you're going to have to hold me down. Falling, rising on a 30-minute basis. Starting to come back. And what does the stock do? Don't tell me I don't give you the good stuff here. And by the way, for the record, UNH right now is, where are you? It was one of the strongest stocks today. I don't see it right now. Must have cooled off. Oh, there it is. It's like number 15. There it is. So it looks really, really good. The option for this is the 510. And go ahead and sell the 5. 25. It'll offset your cost by about half. By about half. Okay. So, and the last one, I think there was one more I gave you on Telegram. CVX. I like CVX right now. Mark says, I don't think anyone can accuse you of holding back. No. I don't hold back on you at all. It was, I think, 11th or 12th, Lori. So I like how it's bouncing. It's very strong today, as you will see in a second. This is today. This is intraday. Matt, remember I told you about it about 2 hours ago? Not only did I tell you about it, I actually posted it for everybody here at 10:20, 2 hours ago.
Written down right there.
I posted it at 10:28 on Telegram. It was 10:28, which was 10:28. Let's see what 10:28 was. Right around here, right there. Did a full reversal. I like the stock. I like the stock a lot. I really do. Let me give you the option for it. Goes without saying that this is the strongest energy stock right now. Folks, if they don't continue giving you ching ching, draw or read relative strength. I look at, well, I have indicators to do it here, but I also I'll show you in a second, Joe. The 65 strike price right there. Right there. 10 days till expiration. Lori, that was 10/13 expiration, 10 days to go. If you don't get any soup in the next couple of days from these, please don't do them. So that was the list of the strongest stocks. And then I gave you a list of the weakest stocks. Let's very quickly look at that list. This was our darling, Matt, like a couple of months ago.
Mm-hmm.
The stock is hitting the 200-day moving average right now. It wants to go a little higher. It thinks bonds are giving up the ghost. I don't know if that's the case. Right now, on a relative strength basis, over the last 5 days, it might be done. For now, it's done. For now. I also gave you CPB, SPG, HD, Low, and MKC. Right now, the weakest stocks are Power is the weakest stock in the S&P 500 right now, relative strength-wise. Right now, this stock, Power. MKC is the second weakest stock in the S&P 500. PFG is the third weakest stock in the S&P right now. And BXP is the fourth weakest stock in the S&P right now. Out of those stocks, Power, MKC, and the others, Goldman Sachs is on the top 10 spot right now. Low is in the top 20 spot right now. This is out of 500 stocks. Thank you, Deb. Yes, I mean, not much has changed. SPG is in the top 20. So we're still in the 10 percentile, actually in the top 5 percentile. So bottom 5 percentile. So if you expect the S&P to go down in the next couple of hours, we're pulling back to the upside right now. But if you're expecting the S&P to come down, if you're expecting the S&P to come down, the weakest list that I gave you would be very, very helpful to you. If you expect the S&P to come down, it's PWR, Lori. I already mentioned that it was a mistake. It's PWR. Then the strongest stocks like Walmart, Intel, CVX, UNH are very, very good. Thank you, Art, for doing that. All right. Now let's talk about stocks for today. So a lot of folks thought utilities were done yesterday. A lot of folks thought utilities were done bleeding yesterday. And what are utilities doing? What did they do today? They went lower again. they went lower again. I actually, Matt, believe that we might have bottomed out. We're in the second half of the day, and we're starting to get some green candles in the last 20 minutes.
Energies are taking off like a rocket.
Yeah. We're probably turning around. We're probably I don't know, Bob. I don't see it because the jolts was important, but it wasn't monumental. So I think we're turning around. If I would like to see the SPY get above 423.50. If we can get above 423.50, I'm going to start buying things up. And again, just to tell you again what stocks are leading right now: Intel, Merck, uh, CAH, Exxon, Oxy, Micron. Micron's doing really well right now. I'm talking about day trades. Mark, I was. Now we're going to move to the swing trades. So now I'm going to give you trades that are looking good for swing trades. I already gave you. Well, I'll do it again. NEE, I think NEE was to the downside. Let's begin. Let's talk about analysis and give you trades. Yeah, downside. But again, I don't know if the market's going to like catapult, but I think we're done going down. I think we're just going to consolidate or maybe go a little bit higher, but I think there's more upside to go before we cool off. The last 45 minutes have been fairly firm, and that's during lunchtime. So keep your eye on the bond market too. You know what? Why don't we start with a few stocks that I haven't given you yet? Matt, what do you think about Murphy USA? Musa.
It's good.
I really like this stock. How many times did I bring it up to you today?
Probably 5.
You see, I keep telling him the same thing over and over again. But he doesn't listen to me. Nobody ever pays attention to anything I say. It is, Cyrus. It is. So I really like this stock. Maybe I can even convince Matt to buy this stock for one of our programs. I would go for the 340. You're about 6 points in the money, so you're buying a lot of premium. Oh, look at you. That's very good. So you're not paying a lot of premium, and you're looking for an expiration. You're looking for an expiration that's 17 days away. Excuse me. Mark, if I'm giving an option and I'm talking about 7 days out, I'm usually talking about swing trades. The trades I usually give when I say start writing things down, those are swing trades. The things that I'm going through that are in the Telegram channel, those are usually day trades. And I will sometimes specify. I think like I did with Costco. I said, Costco looks like a really good swing trade. Said that in the Telegram yesterday. So just listen. The spreads are pretty wide here. They're pretty crappy, but it is what it is. Next one, Wing. I know the stock is down right now, but look, it's the 8-day line is supporting it, and look at what kind of a run up it's been lately. It's above the 100-day moving average. It's above the 50-day moving average. It's above the 200-day moving average. It doesn't have any major support here all the way till about right here. There you go, Dennis. We don't have major support for a little while longer. So I think the stock has a little bit more upside to go. I would prefer to buy it when it's relatively strong, which means I'd like to see it go a little higher. Yep, there's a holiday next week. By the way, it's a good time to tell you this. I will not be here on Friday. I am traveling. I'm taking advantage of this holiday, and I'm going to Houston on Friday. I will be back on Monday, but I will be in flight Friday pretty much all day. I'll be telegramming you, but that's about it. And this option has, well, Bob, sometimes the option doesn't have, like this one, I don't have a choice. That's the reason why. I'm not really picking it. It's picking me. And on Wingstop, I would go to about the 175. And again, what I would like to do, yeah, I missed 2 trips because of my back, so we're going to make up for it. I would wait for volume to get really strong, very, very positive. I want to see very, very strong volume. Now, what is this? Yeah, I want to see volume a little higher, and I want to see price. Uh, I want to see some strength. It's a little too weak for my liking right now. On a 1 day, here, compared to the SPY. Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it be like last few days. It was okay, but today it's a little weak. So I'd like to see it. I would like to see. I'd like to see how it reacts if the SPY comes up a little more. Thank you, Art. Now let's talk downside. Oops. How do we find high probability swing trades? Well, we don't want to just find weak stocks. We want to see killer daily charts. For example, if you look at Discover Services, it's got really weak relative strength, and it looks like it wants to fill this gap to the downside. Okay. I like this stock. I think Matt likes it too. He's holding it in, but I think he likes it too. Healthcare, the top 3 stocks right now that are moving higher are healthcare stocks. If the market goes higher, and I said it before and I'm saying it again, healthcare is going to be leading the way. Now, how do you take advantage of it? Well, you can buy the XLV ETF if you believe the market will go higher. It's throwing it out there. Good, Cyrus, but you didn't listen to me. I don't know, maybe you did. But I do believe this option will make money. I like the 90 strike price. 90 strike price. Expiring in 10 days. The only reason I would go beyond 10 days is if I can't go 10 days. Bob, sometimes we don't choose the options. Sometimes they choose us. So, DFS. No, I didn't. I'm messing with you. Next one. Oh, you guys will love this one. What happens when interest rates go up usually? Our friend Kathy. No, not Kathy. No, not breaking down. No. Got a lot of spots here. And volume on the downside is picking up pretty good. Look what happened when she was going up. Look at volume. Look at the volume bar as the stock was going up. For those of you who don't believe in volume, pay attention to this as I'm going through this. So she's moving up. Volume is below average. It starts moving down. What happens to volume? It starts increasing. Yep, that's why I'll be here on Monday, TJ. That's why I'm not taking Monday off. That's why I'm just taking Friday off. I'm here for you, man. All right. In this case, we would like to go deep in the money because there's a lot of implied volatility is high. Go to the 40 strike price, about 10 days left. And that's what we'll do there. Next one, ENPH. Yesterday, you thought it wasn't going to break down anymore. You thought it was overdone. Nope, it's got more to go. Does it have support? Lori, I'm talking about puts right now because we're talking about trading to the short side. You see how it doesn't have anything here? And look at relative strength. It's going with it. If the market falls down, this will fall down with it. Stop thinking it's overdone. That's all right, Lori. That's why you can ask questions. And I'm here to answer them. All right. In this case, we want to go with the 113. There you go, Frank. Yes, Mark. And in this case, we want to offset it with the 102. 113 versus 102. Expiration, 13th of October. Next one. Ugh, this is no good. Discover, Morgan Stanley. Do you guys see this? Ooh, Angie. Flattery will get you everywhere. Now they're not all going to be. I mean, my crystal ball was made in China, but you'll get a nice edge. So you guys see Morgan Stanley, but it's a top investment firm. How could it be? Well, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Discover Services. That's right, Bob. Yeah, I've been getting some really good emails that since I adjusted the VIP room, folks have been really, and like adjusted the time period and got you guys more into what's happening now. Folks have been doing really well and making a lot of money. That's the feedback I've been getting. So if the market turns down, don't expect Morgan Stanley to save the day. Just don't. Okay? Don't. It's not going to happen. Let me give you some options. Very true, Adam. Very, very true. Very, very true. Are you guys enjoying today's session? I'm having a ball. 80 strike price. So I've been asked, why are you going? I want your delta to be about 0.70, 0.65 to 0.75. Okay. Minimum with what's going on right now. Good. You have the strike price there. That's right, Mark. Yes, 40 puts. 40 puts. You got it right. I remember that. Next one, another one. Very disappointing to see this doing what it's doing. And I don't take any pleasure, by the way, in the fact that these American companies are breaking down. It just is what it is. Now, right here, folks thought we were overdone. So let me show you this is a perfect example of the Hakinashi's working. Sandy, delta, make sure your delta is like 0.65 to 0.75. Where I'm taking you there right now. The options I'm giving you that are slightly in the money will give you that type of delta. Maybe even more, right, Matt? I don't know. I don't have the delta chart in front of me. But
yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. So remember we were talking about the Hakinashis? And so this is just a regular candlestick chart. See how there's a green right here, a green right there, a green right there, but it's moving down, right? Okay, so now look at the Hakinashi. See, all red. Just smooths out what's there. That's all it does. Pretty cool, right? Gives you more certainty to ride the wave out without getting stuck. Okay. You may also have noticed, or maybe you haven't noticed, a bearish Hakinashi is a flat-topped candle. A bullish Hakinashi is a flat-bottomed. It's completely opposite of how candlesticks work. Okay, but you don't need to even know that. Just know, you can always switch out and you can just get an average. Pretty cool. Not doing anything crazy here. I'm just giving us another way to look at our charts and another way to gauge candlesticks. I figure, hey, we're in candlesticks. Why not do them? So back to McDonald's. McDonald's could go lower. Folks, if consumer staples and consumer discretionary go down, McDonald's don't ever think the stock is too cheap. It can't go down or it's too expensive. That's your way of trying to control the market. You have no control over this market. The market has no control over this market. Please remember that. Do you know how many good setups you're going to miss out because you think it's too cheap? Don't do it. Don't do it. Just stay with the trend till it tells you to stop. The 560s look pretty good here. And if the market drops right now, it's not doing anything. But if it drops, kaboom. Yes, I said it. Kaboom. 1013 expiration. Yeah. They're not that expensive, actually. MetLife. I'm almost done. I'm actually doing good time today for once. Matt, can you we don't have anything to post today for 1 p.m. Ooh, look at that. Would fund managers switch out? Market turns up to buy risk and assets. I don't think so, Joe. Healthcares have been leading. 3 healthcare stocks have been leading the market for the last 3 hours. There's a lot of healthcare right now. Everything else is mixed, but healthcare is leading right now on an hourly basis. Um, can somebody thank you, Angie? So you see how it's breaking down. Now let's look at MetLife. MetLife just broke down through the 200-day moving average. It broke through the 50-day moving average. It's definitely below the 100-day moving average. Volume is low. Volume is low. I don't like that. We're going to skip this. Next one, Toll Brothers. 7.5 year down cycle in real estate. I think it's going to hit the 200-day moving average. But look at volume. Volume is not high. We're going to skip it. I want confirmation. I want volume to validate my trade. I want it to legitimize my trade. It's not doing it, is it? No soup for Uncle Roger. But I think you guys have enough to work with. I think you guys have enough to work with. Matt, why don't you go through seasonality?
Right. Okay. Here we go. So, long side for the sectors, we are starting to taper off even more. Nothing with a profit factor over one. Even the couple that have decent accuracy, we would disregard because who cares if you're right if you're not making money? On the short side, we've got, wouldn't say the opposite, but we're moving up a little bit on the short side, but we're moving down on the long side faster than we're moving up on the short side. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but means it's a little early for the short side if the trend continues. Healthcare, I know you're hot and heavy on this sector to the long side, Roger, but seasonally, pretty accurately, it's short side coming up.
Remember, I'm talking day trades.
Just go where the numbers take me.
This is just the hour. I'm giving the hourly relative strength.
Yep. And other than that, you've got real estate kind of coming back up. Then the rest of them are just kind of getting caught in the middle. Sure, Joe. Let's go to top setups and longs. Pretty weak. Again, getting very mixed in here, which is usually a sign of not great seasonality, not a good trend, right? When this thing works really well, you'll see one or two sectors really dominating top and just don't have that today. Intel, though, I know you like that one right now, Roger.
I do.
That looks pretty good. On the short side, top setups. Yeah, we're definitely favoring the long side on the list as well. Let's actually see how far we go down. One more. Yeah, big time. 188 to the short side. MMC, very short. I mean, really short. That's 23 trades. That goes back to 1990, actually. 95.5% accuracy to the short side.
Wow.
That's probably going to be your best looking trade there. IRM, similar. A little bit less Comcast. But communications have been holding on okay lately. 10-day hold. Getting pretty light up here to the long side. Really light. About to the short side. This one, especially, I like looking at the sectors. see a lot of healthcare, but then otherwise it's pretty jumbled. So kind of waiting for the shorts to come in.
You know what I'm really loving right now, guys? Really, really love it. Let me just show you. Probably going to
Good.
issue this in one of the trades, but I'll just show it to you anyway, since we're all here and we're all friends. Let me show you. Look at MCK, Matt. Right now, it's the second strongest stock in the market. It's breaking above the 8-day on a pullback back up. It's got crazy good relative strength to the market. It's looking really, really good. I'm not going to give you the option because I may want to issue it for one of our services, but I think I've given you enough information to keep you guys busy. You have anything else to say, Matt?
I do not.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great, great afternoon. And if you have any questions, roger@rogerscott.com. I think I've given you enough value during the last hour. Bye, guys. And Cyrus even agrees with me. See, there we go. Bye, guys.